Welcome back everyone. In this lecture I will teach you the view and the tools and options available in the view tab. As you see the view tab, we have the task views. It's like similar other views that we were seeing in the task or in the resource, so it's available here. So most of the view options that are in the other tabs are included in the view. So we have Gantt chart, we have tracking, and similar to the task tab, you can just save, reset to default, or check other more views and include it here. So I put it in the Gantt chart. We have task usage. If I click here, then it's a very useful window where you can see all the tasks in your Gantt chart, in your schedule, and the number of hours and where these tasks are happening and how many hours per day are included. It's a very useful view, and we will see it in later courses, later lectures. And then we have also the same more views, reset to default. We have network diagram that I show you also before, where you see the relations also between different tasks in the project. If I can also like Excel on Zoom here, so you are able to see all the tasks that are happening in the project and how they have a relation. We have the calendar view and other views if you want to just, for example, see the timeline view. So most of the other views that we were seeing that in the other tabs are available here. We have the resource views. So we have the team planner. This is task view, so the views that you were seeing here, and the resource views is the one that you are seeing, you are included in the resource. So this is also something that you can check from here. So most of the time we have, for example, we're gonna check Gantt chart, we're gonna see resource sheet, and the resource sheet is where you start to add your resources for one project. You make the resources and then you assign it to your task. We will see these together, don't worry about it. Then we have resource usage, again a very useful window where you are able to see the usage of resources during the project and where they are over allocated. That if there is an over allocation to one resource, it is highlighted with red color, so you're able to kind of observe that. We will see that in the resource section of this lecture. And here we have the data let's say section here. If I put my project back in the Gantt view, if I want to sort, let's say, the project by start date, by finish date, by priority, by cost, if I check here by cost, then the task will be arranged in this view by cost. Maybe if I'm in the resource view, then I sort, I have other options. So let's say if I go to, for example, resource sheet and I click here, I have by cost, by name, by ID, by some of this. Or you can click on sort by and see, for example, that the new window pops up. Then you have sort by ID, then by another parameter, and then by another parameter. And there are a bunch of parameters that you can apply in order to fulfill. And these are very useful when you want to, for example, check your project for with very complex and many features. So that's for sort. If I go back to Gantt chart view, again I click here, I have the outline here. It is so important. I'm gonna teach you how you can include some of these highly and frequently used tools in one of your customized quick access bars. So we'll see. Okay. But if you click here, if you click on all subtasks, you see all the tasks. If I click on level 1, then you see just level 1 task, and it is, as you see in the WBS, these are the level 1. We will see together how it works. If I go to level 2, you just go one level lower, and if I go to level 3, then for example you see all the tasks. If it is your project has lower level, you are able to see it. Right now I put it on all subtasks, and then you will be able to see it. Right now I'm gonna just put back my project to by a start date. So when I put that, then the project will be sorted and the view in the Gantt chart is changed. One important tool here, which is called table, I'm gonna just click here. So when I click on table, you see that inside this Gantt view, you are able to see different tables. Right now, if I put it on the tracking, so you are still in the Gantt view, in the Gantt window, but the table is changed. It's not the view that is changing, it's the table that is changing. So I put it from entry. Entry means the information, the data that you enter into your project, and it's basically the raw data that you put. But after you're running the project, then you may have the, for example, tracking, and in the tracking you track the start of the project, the date, the percentage complete, the cost, and we will see these together. But this table is very handy, very useful. And aside from this that you see here, you can just right click to the top left of the table, because this is table basically. And then if you right click here, you are able to see the options that you had also here. And again, if you open a detail window, if you recall, in the below section, then you are able to change the table view of the detail window as well here. This is so useful. It's good that you add it, for example, to your quick toolbar if you want. Then we have the highlight. I'm gonna tell you what the highlight it is. And highlight, we have, if you want to click here highlight, you can highlight some of the activities based on the criteria that you define. So I'm gonna change my table to entry, that you see the same view that I was showing before. Then I click on highlight, and I want to say show me the critical, and there you go. So it shows all the critical tasks except the one that is not on critical. Or if I want to say show me the, let's say, milestone, then it highlight the milestone. Or show me the summary task, it highlight the summary task. So it's a really great button options that you can use. Then for example, you can say, okay, show me incomplete task, or show me the tasks that are between one specific day, let's say from April 15th until, let's say, I don't know, May 19th, and then it shows all the tasks. So by doing so, you are able to see what are the tasks that you have to just take action for the coming months. And the highlight is very useful. And so Primavera has the same button, which I usually use it a lot. So that's highlight. Then we have filter. Filter, the same thing, but except highlighting it just filter the task. So if I put critical, then it shows all the critical tasks except the one that I show that it is not on the critical task. And one more thing that is important to know, both for the highlight, as you see here, and also for the filter, it's possible to clear the highlights and also clear the filters. And one more thing, you can define new filters if the options that you're looking doesn't exist here, or you can highlight create new highlight filter if the option doesn't exist here. We will see the filter and highlight during the course, and we will use it. And we have the group by, the same thing. So if I, let's say, put on the critical, this is really also useful. It shows the critical that are the tasks that are not critical and those that are critical, and they kind of group them in separately. So if I say put the task according to duration, so it shows the milestone task with 0 duration, those tasks that have 10 days, between 0 to 10 days, those that are between 10 to 15, and this one is 15 to 20. You can define the range of these grouping or the days, whatever you want. And then again, I clear group here. Don't forget all the time, whenever you put filter, highlight, or anything in your Gantt, just clear them if you want to see all the tasks. Here we have the zoom options. This is important. The time scale that you see here in the Gantt, you can put it on weeks. You see that the tasks are stretched, and you see larger bars. Then you can put it on days, you can put it on quarters, half a year, years, depending on the complexity of your project to observe it. One button that you can use here, you can say show me the entire project for all the tasks, and then you can see all together. So it's kind of a stretch and squeeze. Then if I put this one on days, you see that it is showing, and then you can scroll back and here. But if I select entire project, it kind of select the time scale that is adaptable to show all the tasks together. We have selected task. If I put here and I put here, then it just show that selected task in the view that you see. And you can also stretch and squeeze this Gantt view here to mirror it. But I'm gonna say entire project right now. We have the split view. If I click on timeline is a really useful view, and we saw it in the view, the view as well before. That it shows you can just, and it shows the whole project together, and you can add tasks to these timelines, some of the tasks. I will talk about the timeline later, but it's a great view if you wanna just have an overall picture of the project and what is going on, and you can put any task or WBS level that you want in this timeline. We will see together, and even in the timeline you can put more views. You can see the Gantt chart or other, but let's not go into detail. Then we have the detail, which goes down below, and as you recall, for the detail we have different views. We have task form, we have Gantt chart, network, so it kind of split your view to two different things, and you can put it on Gantt chart. If I put, let's say, Gantt chart, so I see exactly the same view that I see in the top, but it's down below. So it's useful to see different windows at the same time. But I put it on task form, and the task form contains all the detail of the task that I'm just clicking. And if I click on the task, you see that the information is changed. One thing that if I click here on this detail window and I click on the table, you have more tables that you can show. We will see more in detail. I'm gonna remove the detail here. I am again in the Gantt chart view. Then we have the new window, arrange all, switch windows. So what you can do, you can just create a new window from the same project, and then a new Excel file will open. It's like the Excel. If you have the knowledge, it's possible to make two window at the same on the same project and use them whenever you want, and compare the project together. So this is all what you need to know for the view. It's important tab. So you will get used to it during the course of the project, and I'm sure by this introduction you will use it efficiently in the project. You are doing great. I'll see you in the next video, which is about the format tab.